welcome to the PokeVet Surgery, where we take care of your Pokemon that look like everyday pets. I'm your host, Gym Leader Mia, and in this series, we'll be looking at Pokemon designs based on domestic species in the real world. It's a spin on your usual top 10 or 5 of a specific type, looking at species that should be grouped together rather than types. Are you cool for cats? Then how about counting down the top cats from the Pokemon world? Today I am joined by Elite Trainer Lynn, a fellow PokeTuber and a fantastic artist.
Hello and thanks for having me on your channel.
Number 10, we have Persian, one of the fastest Pokemon around and nemesis of Meowth from Team Rocket. I buy into the theory that Giovanni's Persian is indeed a shiny, although perhaps not originally intended. Shiny Persian doesn't look that different from normal Persian, just perhaps to push that possibility. Number 9. Abra.
I think some people might be wondering why Abra is on the list. It's not the most cat-like Pokemon out there, but it does have some cat-like qualities. For example, its face resembles a cute sleepy kitten. As for its psychic type, cats are often believed to be connected to magic, like how witches usually keep one as a pet.
I'm sure everyone has an Abra story. How frustrating is it to catch due to teleport? In fact, the best luck I've had with Abra was catching one in Pokemon Go. Number 8. Purloin.
I always liked Purloin because this purple color scheme reminded me of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. It actually wasn't until I saw Purloin in my X version that I learned Purloin walks on 2 legs. Before that I had only seen its Gen 5 sprite, where it's sitting on its hind legs, so I just assumed it's always on 4 legs.
I really like the purple sleek design with the accentuated ears. Recently, I started playing Pokemon White too, and have a Purloin named after my mom's cat, Lavinia. Speaking of Pokemon named after pets, number 7 is Glameow. Zoe's Glameow in the anime and Meowth's long-lost love, Purugly, made this Pokemon one to remember. But it is in the line itself that makes this Pokemon special to me. Shortly after moving to Canberra, we adopted a Sphinx cat we named Slape. He was a hairless cat and the most beautiful little creature. To me, of course, a lot of people think that Sphinxes are quite ugly, and Glameow evolving into Purugly shows that. Persians are also perceived by some people as the most beautiful cats. Well, it's my favorite cat breed after Sphinxes, but others think that their pushed-in face is quite hideous. Having different outlooks and opinions make life interesting. Glameow had some great battles, both in contest and just plain old trainer battles, and I really enjoyed Zoe's rivalry with Dawn in the anime, so this Pokemon definitely stands out for me. I love the little curly tail and that very pompous look of saying, I'm better than all of you. And I mean, if Umbreon can tag team along Glameow, Dawn's mom's Glameow, then it's definitely one that I believe in. Number 6 is Delcatty.
I always thought Delcatty looked ladylike and high class, just like Duchess from the Aristocats. I really like Disney films, okay? Perhaps there's similarity to Duchess, who is depicted as a kind mother of her 3 kittens, is the reason I ended up associating Delcatty with my own mom. And my mom is a cool cat for sure.
Such an elegant Pokemon that was a valued member of my Sapphire team. I thought her cat-like, deer-like appearance was very unique, but the anime made her more cat-like in appearance. Number 5 is Meowstic. It is a fantastic design that again plays into that mysterious nature of cats. I like how the navy, night sky blue and white are inverted on the male and female design. And they also have different strengths in terms of battling, the female being more offensive and the male a good supporter to the team.
I also love the gender differences. It makes it worth capturing both a male and a female Meowstic, just to try them out in battle. Personally, I prefer male Meowstic, because its blue-green eyes look cuter than the intense yellow ones the female has.
I agree with Lynn. Meowstic male has a lot better colouring than the female Meowstic. The female Meowstic reminds me a lot more of Delcatty and Glameow in terms of elegance, but the male Meowstic brings something new to the table, which is that knowing look, as if it really has some psychic powers. Its pre-evolution Esper is our number 4.
Esper's empty eyes of doom are adorable. I kind of just want to give it a hug because it looks so sad. It also has a great shiny color, pastel pink. If I was more patient, I would hunt for one.
Liam's sarcastic Esper is hilarious. Any of his videos where he tries something that he knows the comment section will have a bit of a snarky comment about it, Esper just does it for them and pays him out for it. The Esper episode in the anime in Generation 6 was quite powerful, where Esper was waiting for this lady that took it in and gave it this beautiful locket. So it's definitely one that I remember. Number 3 is Litten. This Generation 7 needs no introduction. From what I can tell, Gen 7 has been the most anticipated Pokemon game as a collective, and when the starters were revealed, the internet went crazy. Immediately, fans started speculating secondary types, fan art for future evolutions, and theories. After the middle evolutions were revealed quite recently, I decided that Litten would be my starter. The first reason is that I have a semi-policy to, if I don't madly like a specific starter, to always choose fire. This stems from the fact that there aren't many fire Pokemon in the game, and the ones there are aren't accessible that early in the game, and you usually need a fire type because of the overall of bugs and grass types there are. And for the most games, fire type is really the way to go, and every time that I didn't choose the fire type, I was quite sorry. Generation 3 is possibly the exception because I've done quite well with both Trico and Mudkip and not just Torchic. Litten I thought was a bit of a ho-hum in terms of design, but the second evolution, Terracat, really grabbed my attention. It's simple, classic Pokemon designing, and that's what I like to see. Its last evolution, Incineroar, has been the face of a lot of controversy, and I get that we've probably seen cartoon tigerish cats that are fighters, but I guess that could make it appeal to a smaller audience, a younger audience. So don't worry too much about its design. Let's see how it does in battling when we get the game. We won't be mentioning whether number 2 or number 1 is the best, but rather we'll just talk about our top picks. Lynn, who's your favorite cat-like Pokemon?
My number 1 cat Pokemon is Skitty. I had one in my original Sapphire game, and I had one more recently in my Alpha Sapphire remake. My favorite attack to use with Skitty is its signature move Assist. I love seeing it use the moves of my other Pokemon, especially when it's moves it can't normally learn. I also have really fond childhood memories of seeing May use her Skitty in contests in the anime. And Skitty's anime cry is so cute. Skitty has been one of my favorite Pokemon ever since I was a kid.
Aww, Skitty is such a cute Pokemon. And I can definitely say it is one of my favorite cat Pokemon as well. The little pin-cushion thing the tail has going on and how it chases its tail, very cat-like and much different to what we've seen in the past, so go Skitty! Although I did always call this Pokemon Skitty, because in Afrikaans it means to shake, so I thought, oh well, it probably shakes its tail, so Skitty. But then of course I watched the anime and realized that it's Skitty. And I did enjoy the personality of May's Skitty, even though as a character I didn't quite like her as much as some of the other Pokegirls. For me, the top cat will always be Meowth.
Scared little mice, well now I'm the top cat.
We know, Meowth, we know.
Due to his influence in the anime and by default, my childhood and upbringing. There's so much I can say about Meowth. I started watching the anime 2/3 into the Indigo League, which meant the Meowth that I got to know was a lot more like the Orange Islands and Johto character. Then when I was older, I went back to watch the whole first season, and Meowth was a bit twisted, really villainous, and I thought, wow, it actually shows a lot of growth. Now Meowth is a well-developed character that is a sucker for love. Every cat Pokemon. Come on. And he can also be quite pessimistic. He's the brains of the outfit, as Timon would say, but not always appreciated by Jessie and James. He's also the subject of a lot of comic relief throughout the series, and has one very important goal, to be Giovanni's top cat.
Skitty is still my number 1, but I have to admit Meowth is pretty great too. Thanks to Mia for including me in this video. I hope everyone enjoyed watching it, and if you haven't already, you should definitely click that subscribe button because she makes great videos.
Thank you so much for watching. Comment below who is your favorite cat-like Pokemon. Go check out Elite Trainer Lynn's channel. She does some beautiful art and animations, and definitely worth having a look. She recently did some art for some other famous PokeTubers, so if that doesn't tell you to subscribe to her, then I don't know what will. Follow us both on Twitter to see what type of content we are busy with respectively. Let the battle for the Crystal Badge begin.